Here we are, episode 3, and we're moving, kind of. Remember when I talked about planning in one of the pre-episodes? Let me show you something. So one of the parts about planning is it is okay to take a little look around and figure out where you want to set up camp, right? Sometimes the biggest part about making sure that you are going to enjoy your world is just making sure your initial location or wherever you're going to set up your base is somewhere that works for you. So we have the Bedrock Guide Season 3 world. I'm going to click on the little edit button. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click copy world. I'm going to go into this copy of the world. We're going to change it to creative mode really quick. And we're just going to fly up in the air because I've kind of figured out where I want to do things. This is the village that we're in. This is that little dock that we've come to multiple times. And across from there is a pillager tower. And then across from that is a little island. So we're going to base ourselves first here. It's a smaller area. It's going to be easier to control. We can place a whole bunch of torches there. And then this village that we've actually set up on thus far is also on an island. It looks like it's got a little sliver right there attached. But we can dig that out if we want to. But we have 2 islands here to work with. And it's really cool, like in between area, right? So in this in between area, who knows, maybe we can put like a lot of our like more hostile mob type farms and that sort of thing here, because we have what could be a raid farm right here all ready to go with the pillager outpost. So yeah, we're gonna hop back into the world and we're gonna travel from here over to here, and that's all the planning I'm gonna do right now. And here we are, home sweet home, at least for now. This will probably end up being like a starter-ish area that's going to, maybe this will house a lot of our like food farms and things like that that we build early on, and then we'll do something else with the other island and the space in between. I don't know, this is gonna kind of evolve as we go. We came in without a strict plan, right? Because we wanna be able to be flexible, do what we want, when we wanna do it, and how we wanna do it. But I'm here now, so I'm gonna start making this place safe. Okay, I've got a little like base camp area set up here in roughly the middle of our new island, and I've started to clear out a little bit of space. I might chop down a few more trees. I just want to give myself a little bit of room. I think what I'm gonna do here before we get started with the caving is I'm just going to kind of set up a little infrastructure for food like we did over in that village. I'm just gonna redo that here. I did bring all my potatoes and my wheat seeds and things of that nature. So I think what I'll do is I'll make a couple of small farms just so they can constantly be producing food for me while I go caving, when I come over, when I go back. Anyways, I want to get some of that going, and then me and you, when I get back, we're gonna go caving and we're gonna talk about how to cave, where to cave, and the awesome, amazing things that we're gonna get from doing caving. Okay, now as I'm getting ready to go, I was reading through the comments of episode 1. I thank you guys for leaving so many comments, and one of the more common tips I saw there that we did not do was a campfire. Did you know that you can make a campfire with a few sticks, coal, and a few logs, and campfires do not cost you any fuel to continue to burn? So if I would like to cook some potatoes on here, I can put 4 potatoes down. I don't have to spend anything in terms of fuel. This campfire right here, it will just persist here forever. Really, the only downside to it is it's not portable. I can't just pick up the campfire and take it somewhere else. It breaks back down. You don't get the logs back, but it's great once you get yourself a permanent area set up. And one last thing is we're about to head off. I got my inventory all cleared out. Is take note of your current coordinates. You'll see up in the top left-hand corner of the screen, 572, 70, 433. This is the spot in the world where I am standing. If I move in this direction, you see what is called the Z coordinate, the one on the right, move up or down, depending on what way I move. If I move in this direction, the X coordinate, the first one, moves up and down. And if I am going higher or lower in the world, you see I'm going from 71 to 70. If I go down, I go to 69. That is your Y coordinate. These are important for finding your way back home. So any important place that you have in your world, like your main base in this case, write down those coordinates, take a screenshot of them, make note of them in some way, shape, or form. That way you can find your way back home. Now, when it comes to finding caves, you have a few things to do. You can look for holes in the side of a mountain or holes in the ground. You can dig down into the ground to get down in there. I actually think I want to travel out this way. I feel like I remember seeing like a kind of big-ish hole in the ground. I didn't really get to look in it or anything, but it looked promising for like a place to go explore and do our caving. Now we've got ourselves pretty well set. We should be able to go caving for a long time, not only because we have a good space in our inventory, but I have some great tips for you guys to make sure that your caving trip can not only last a long time, but it is also going to be very, very profitable. Here it is. Here we go, right here. Oh! Oh, this is a lush cave too. Okay, so tip number one, lush caves are awesome. We're gonna get a couple things from here just so we can bring them back. And I need to get down there, and you see it's not gonna be that easy to do. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make ourselves a water elevator. We're gonna place water right here, and I'm just gonna leave it there. It'll give us an easy way back up if we find our way back to the entrance here. And then I'm going to descend down by holding my crouch button. It's gonna take me all the way down here. And we're gonna start collecting things. So if I collect one of these, then this will give me an azalea tree if I plant it. Same with this one, but we'll really only need one. We do want to conserve our space. They both do the same thing. Having a piece of moss would be a good idea too, because we can turn that moss into more moss. We definitely want to get all the iron that we see, and iron is going to be found in a lot of different areas in your world. Now, there's two primary ways to find it. Usually the higher up you go, the more abundant that iron is. So while we're up in this like upper section of the cave here, we're going to be grabbing all of the iron we see, because this is where we're going to see the most of it, outside of one other scenario that I'll mention to you a little bit later. But if you can find like a good mountain and get up in the top of a tall mountain, you're gonna find a lot of iron and a lot of coal there. But in our case, we found ourselves a little cave here. So the top section of this cave, the higher area here, like look at all that coal right there, that's gonna get us everything we need for the coal. Oh, all right. I'm holding my shield out. As you can see, his arrows are bouncing off. He's even actually shooting himself. And we've taken him out. Okay, we want this area to be kind of spawn proof. That way, when we come back up, we're not gonna have too much trouble with a ton of mobs trying to kill us. So the more torches we place down, the better. It's gonna keep us from dying from creepers or anything else. Remember, we do have our spawn set back at our base camp. If we die, we will respawn there, and then we'll have to make our way back to get our stuff. So you saw earlier, we made sure we brought a stack of logs with us. Now, as we go through and get coal, if we need more torches, we can make torches during our trip. This is going to save inventory space. We don't have to bring ourselves a bunch of torches in our inventory with us that we would very quickly go through. Instead, we can make the torches as we go. We can place them as often as we feel like we need to, because we're going to have plenty of coal and plenty of wood to make plenty of torches. Now, I've got myself like a little like nook up here that we're kind of safe in, right? So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to make ourselves a furnace. Let's place it down. And now, see, we have 13 iron already. We're going to try to protect ourselves well early on in the game. So we'll take a couple pieces of coal and put it in there. And then we are going to use these birch planks I just made a second ago to make some sticks and to make some more torches. So now we have 57 torches on us. We have our iron cooking in here. We're just going to hang out here. We can maybe like explore around a little bit and grab like some stuff close by just so we can be efficient with our time. And then the reason that we're cooking our iron right now is because we do not have full iron gear yet. We want to get ourselves a lot of iron because we're going to need a lot of iron for a lot of different reasons coming up soon. Okay, so we finished getting our iron out of there. We now have ourselves a helmet and some boots. We only need a chest plate to go. And I've just gone down a little bit further here. And, ooh, looks like this thing goes further right there. Here, let me light up the rest of this area here. So when I come back up, I have a safe place to come up to. And we have a safe drop there into water. This is going to be kind of hard to get back up. We'll do what we did before, right? Let's get a little bit of water, and then we'll drop some water like right here. And then now this will give us an easy way to swim back up to the top. Now we need to decide which way to go. Ooh, this is dripstone. It's gonna be good to get some of these, the dripstone spikes. I don't think I'm gonna grab them yet because again, this is close to base, but we're gonna be using this for a farm here really soon, specifically a lava bucket farm. So we're gonna get that. This is lapis. Lapis can be used for enchanting purposes. And as we go caving here, we're going to place our torches on the right. When you go caving, it's best to place your torches on the right-hand side. That's kind of telling you that this is the right way down the cave. And then when you leave, you'll leave with the torches to your left. Any other torches you place, because maybe you need to light the area up a little bit better, instead of placing them on the wall, place them on the ground. So like if I see a torch right here on the ground, I'll know that that was just to light the area up. Whereas the one that's on the wall is to actually like indicate my way in and out. Looks like we got a little zombie action here. Remember to do your critical hits, people. We got some glow squid down here too. You get glowing from them. We don't really need that yet, so I'm not going to worry about getting them yet. And with this iron right here, we will have more than enough to make our chest plate and to make the rest of our iron tools. So we're going to do what we did before. We're going to get the furnace setup. If you want things to go faster, make a second furnace, or I could probably even do this right now. We need smooth stone to make it into a blast furnace. So a blast furnace does smelt items 2 times faster. So to make that, what we're going to do is we're going to put 1, 2, 3 pieces of cobblestone into here. We're going to smelt that into stone. Whenever you smelt cobblestone in the smelter, it makes it into regular stone, and smelting regular stone turns it into smooth stone. I need to smelt 1 more piece of iron. Now we can make a blast furnace. So now when I put this down and I put some fuel in it and I put all the iron in, it will now smelt up twice as fast. So this basically works like 2 furnaces at the same time. While we wait for that to smelt, be efficient with your time. I saw this iron over here, so I'm going to grab that. And we're going to grab something new that we have not collected yet, and that is copper. Copper is a purely decorative block. It does not serve an actual purpose in the game. It can craft a few decorative things, and I guess it can make a lightning rod, which does have a purpose. You get a lot of copper whenever you mine this up. So you see that right there just gave me 30 raw copper. We won't worry about smelting the copper because we do not need to use it while we're down here. We will end up going through numerous iron pickaxes though. So smelting the iron right now is probably in my best interest. And while we wait for it, I think we'll go ahead of ourselves a little bit. We'll light up this cave a bit further. Oh man, look how big this thing is. It's just like a huge tunnel. When 1.18 came out, a whole bunch of like new variants of cave ended up coming out. It used to just be little small passageways that you could kind of pass through, and they kind of like were little spaghetti noodles of mess that you would just kind of travel through and eventually find your way or get lost in. Now you have so many different types, including ones like this that are these huge tunnels that seem, at least for now, only to have one path through, but are very spacious. All of this wall space means a lot more opportunity for us to find resources. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little chest here that has like all of the extra bits and pieces that I don't want to carry with me. It's just taking up my space. Inventory space is very limited in the early game, and we just have the essentials again. So now we can go through, we can explore this cave, get all of the good, amazing things that it has in it, and we're going to come out with quite a lot. I need to show you a little trick here because I think now is going to be the best time to do it. As I go through and I collect all of this copper, you're going to see this copper is very quickly taking up a whole lot of space in my inventory. If I set this down, you're going to see I have almost 3 and a bit stacks of copper. I will go over here and you see we can craft that into blocks of raw copper. So now that copper will take up literally 9 times less space. We have creepers ahead of us. Always keep your eyes forward to the areas where you have not lit up yet. That's what I'm doing right now. That way I can kind of keep an eye on that creeper and that skeleton up there pretty easily. And I'm going to show you the proper way to handle creepers. We want to try to pull in only the creeper. We don't want to fight more than one at a time, especially if it's creeper involved. So right now we have the skeleton. We can kind of like just dive side to side with him. He's not going to be able to hit us. I'm going to charge in after, oh, he hit me. Pull out my shield. Okay, we got him. We got the zombie. Now, oh, there's 2 creepers coming for us, but I think we can take them one at a time here. Okay, let's back up some so the other one's not on us. And this is how you handle a creeper. Let's see if we can, ooh, they're kind of close to each other. Hold on. If you don't recall, I don't have the best luck with creepers. You just blow up. Oh no! I thought they didn't hurt you when they were in water. The other one didn't hurt me. All right, let's see if we can get just one. All right, here we go. We got him. Now, if you want to fight and kill him, because they do give you gunpowder, which is good, what we can do is we can kind of go forward, pop him, back up. Go forward, pop him, back up. And then one more hit will get him. 3 hits with an iron sword will kill a creeper. The other one seems to be gone. He might have despawned. Nope, there he is. He's still here with us. I do still have a shield on me, right? I can't see it because there's like a weird thing going on with the textures. I do have the shield. So if I get kind of close to this guy and I hold out my shield, this is what happens when you get too close to a creeper. He explodes. And if I didn't have my shield out, that might have just hurt me, or it might have killed me. It's hard to say. Depending on how close they are to you, the more they hurt you. Now we're getting deeper into the caves. We will start seeing less coal at this point, very little, if any. So it's a good thing we did get coal early on. We don't have a ton of it. Did I miss any? Like I might want to get a little bit more. Here's some coal. I would like to get that. Make sure you check the ceilings of your caves too, because we got a lot of iron just like chilling up here. You may or may not want to go through the extra effort of getting anything that's like up kind of high, because you may have to pillar up, which means you're just putting down blocks underneath your feet and kind of like jumping as you place them, sort of like this, right? But pillaring up to get all these extra resources can definitely be profitable. And now we are deep enough to where we are in the deep slate level. Remember that tip I taught you of like running around because you can run faster than the mobs? I'm using that right now to just go through and light things up. The spider, the skeleton, the zombie, they can't catch me, so I don't have to worry too much about them. That skeleton, he can still kind of hit me as I run around, but at least with some armor now, he can't really hurt me too much. That's an Enderman over there. Do not look that Enderman in the eyes because he will teleport to you. You cannot run away from him, but you do have a way to keep yourself safe that I will try to show you once I take care of the skeleton back here. So, you happen to look at an Enderman. What do you do? Like this guy right here. Can I... did I get him? Is he trying to teleport to me? I don't know if you can tell I'm looking at him. Where is he? Hold on, let's see if we can look at him. Oh gosh, this is not advised. This is not advised. Put down, oh gosh. Put down a bucket of water. Endermen hate water. And it will make them teleport away because they take damage. Better to find a flat area like this. So see, this dude right now, I have my shield out, so that's helping me. But he's not gonna try to get me in this water. In which case, I can just sit here and I can smack him until he dies. Water's also good for pushing mobs away from you too, like a zombie who will try to get you in water. He's stuck there, he can't do anything. Water can be a lifesaver. Ooh, and we just found our first redstone. Redstone dust, which comes from these redstone ores, can be used for different redstone components and redstone contraptions that you make. So, good idea to get it, because for the most part, it's not very easy to make a farm to get. Oh. Look at this. Look at this. We just found... There's more! What? Our first diamonds. We found our first diamonds. Let's see if we can mine it out. Yes. We just found our first diamond. Is there any more back here? Sometimes you'll see a little bit more. Now, diamonds, they're not super common this high up. You don't find them that often. Diamonds get more and more common the further down in your world that you go. I kind of wanted to keep on this path just for ease of finding my way back. I have to get those, don't I? I'm gonna get them. Okay, we got 3 diamonds now. We could make a pickaxe. I don't know that we're gonna make it yet. You guys tell me. I won't make it in this episode. Should we make a pickaxe with our first diamonds? Or should I take my first diamond and should I save it and put it in like an item frame somewhere in the world? It's like a memento. Maybe we'll have like a hallway of like the different things that we've done and the first things that we've had and that sort of thing. You tell me. Ooh, and we have also found some gold. Gold can be extremely valuable for a number of different things. So if you see any gold, make sure you get it. Definitely one of the best and most important ores in the game. And yes, I did say that to make Waddles upset, because he is mean about gold all the time, and he is wrong. So at this point, I'm just gonna go through this cave and I'm just gonna get all the materials I can. I'll probably go for roughly an hour or so. So if you would like to, let me know how much of each of the different resources, the different ores you think I'm gonna find down in the comment section below. Take your guess. I do have one more pro tip for you. Whenever you're breaking something below your feet, always 100% of the time, hold down your crouch button and break it. That way, if you mouse over to go get it and maybe there's lava there, first of all, definitely don't stand right on top of it. Stand to the side, because you never know when you break an ore block and right underneath it is going to be a lava pool or a big drop. It's going to kill you. So just a little pro tip for you guys to make sure that you don't die. Oh, we just found something. We found something that I am going to want to use. We just found ourselves a skeleton spawner. By far in the overworld, the best spawner to find, because we can now get bones, arrows, and bows. And in here we have chests with all sorts of goodies. An enchanted book, it's not that great. We can get a saddle though. We'll get the gunpowder. We'll take the redstone. Let's see, we have string here we could take. We have iron we could take, disc. And should we take the horse armor? Yeah, we'll take the horse armor. Why not? We're gonna write down these coordinates so we can come back here later, because I can definitely 100% see us making something out of the skeleton spawner in the near future. I don't necessarily have anything new to show you here, but I feel like this is something to guide on as well. Enjoy your surroundings. Look how absolutely awesome this dripstone cave looks. It is so cool. I'm having a good time. Like, even after playing Minecraft all these years and playing a lot of 1.18 and looking at a lot of caves, like just stumbling across something like this, like seeing how like kind of evil it looks, but like how cool the generation is still absolutely fun. It is so fun to just play regular vanilla Minecraft. I love it. And I'm gonna get back to caving. And I found one of the things that I was hoping that I would find. Actually, kind of two things a little bit. First of all, this is why you bring a bucket of water with you. Not only the whole Enderman thing, but also if you place a bucket of water beside lava and it flows over top of it, it gets rid of the lava. It changes it to obsidian. Now, we don't have a diamond pickaxe, so we cannot like mine this up yet, but we can get rid of the lava and put ourselves in a lot safer situation by doing this. Second thing is, you see this iron kind of peppered through here. This is an iron vein. What they do is for iron, they appear like this lower down in the world, mixed in with tuff, and then a little bit higher up in the world, you will find copper mixed in with granite in the exact same way. And you can follow these sometimes for quite a long time and get yourself hundreds, if not thousands of iron. And we just found something really cool right here. Not only do you find a normal iron ore, which you've been getting, but you also find this, the raw iron. That's worth 9 iron right there. Now, typically for myself, I'll get some of this now just because we could use it, but I'm not going to get all of it. I don't want to mine the whole thing out because at some point in the near future, we're going to want to get Fortune 3. It's an enchantment that we can put on our pickaxes and other tools. And what it'll do is whenever we mine one of these up, it'll give us close to about 2.5 times the amount of whatever it is that drops that we would normally get. So like, I think we would get about approximately 2 or 3 iron every time we mine one of these up. Oh, look at that. That is so beautiful. Instead of getting just the one that we're getting right now every time we mine one. So you don't want to be too wasteful if you find one of these. You're going to want to get fortune first. That way you make the most out of every single one of these pieces of iron that you mine up. And not only do you just see it exposed like we've kind of seen right here, but if you dig behind the tuff, that's how you discover more of the iron. So I'm going to do a little bit here just to get myself what I consider to be a healthy amount of iron, just to last us a little bit for the first several projects. We can always come back down here if we need to, and we will probably make a somewhat early iron farm here in the game as well, which we'll go over what iron farms are and how those work and all of that when we get to that point. And as you can see, we are back home again. I'm going to go through and sort everything out of here, but first I wanted to give you guys a couple of extra tips I read on episode 1 of the Bedrock guide, and they were, first of all, that you can make charcoal by doing this. Going to a furnace, putting anything for fuel, a log in the top slot. I know this is wasting it right now, but I just wanted to show you guys how it works. That log has now cooked into a piece of charcoal, which we can use the same as you do for regular coal in almost every way, including making torches. And another tip, this again was for the first night. If you're on your first night of Minecraft, if you need to find somewhere to hide yourself because you don't have stuff to sleep, you can go ahead and dig yourself in to a little hillside like this and take some of those materials that you dug out with and hole yourself in like this. Now you're safe. It's super quick, super easy, and you can even dig yourself out a little place in here to smelt, to do whatever things you need to do while you wait for the sun to come back up on that first night. And, oh, a doggy. Oh my gosh, I just heard him barking beside me as I was hitting record. Bones. Hello, little puppy. So you guys, you can get pet dogs in Minecraft by feeding them bones. Once you feed him enough bones, he'll give you little love hearts. He'll get a collar, which you can dye to different colors. And if you have him sit like this, then he'll just stay there. If you have him up, then he will follow you around everywhere and teleport. Ooh, we have to get 2 dogs, right? We have to get a second dog. Come here, doggy. Oh, we got 2 now. Yes. Not only do we have 2 dogs, but you can breed them if you have meat. Oh, they'll eat rotten flesh. We don't have rotten flesh. We will breed them later. Sit. They will attack mobs that attack you. They can take fall damage. They can jump in lava. So if you love your dogs, keep your dogs at home. But as I was about to say, here we go. This is what we got from the trip. We got 5 stacks plus 48 of iron, not counting what I used, which I didn't use a whole lot. We got 64 plus 10 gold. We have 6 stacks plus 18 of copper, 64 plus 11 lapis, 6 stacks plus 30 of redstone, 24 coal because we used quite a bit of it, and 6 diamonds. Did you get any of those right? If you did, let me know down in that comment section below, because remember, comments do help out the video getting seen by a lot more people. I looked all through episode 1. I commented back on almost every single comment. I read them all, gave them all hearts, every single one that came in. I appreciate you guys doing that for me. If you want to see the Bedrock guide succeed at its greatest level, go ahead and click that like button. Drop me a couple more comments based on things that have happened in today's episode. I will read those comments and the best tips and tricks that you guys give in the next episode. But for now, I thank you so much for watching. Episode 3 is done, and we're on our way to episode 4 of the Bedrock Guide. Bye!